The Earth is a miraculous place, and thanks to the development of technology, regions that were once distant and unknown have begun to come into view. Traveling isn't always an option for everyone, but the internet allows us to see the wonders of our planet and get a glimpse of places we can't physically visit. This list examines some of the world's most distinctive locales. Both naturally occurring areas and man-made ones are on the list. They are listed in the order I discovered and researched them, and their position on the list in no way diminishes them. Number 10. Pamukkale, Turkey. Pamukkale, which means cotton castle, has also been referred to as the White Castle due to the extensive whiteness brought on by the high concentration of calcite in the water. The landscape's white terraces, petrified waterfalls, and mineral forests are the result of sedimentary deposits made of travertine. An underground volcano heats the 17 hot springs. For thousands of years, the stunning region of Pamukkale, Turkey, has served as a therapeutic spa. Romans founded the ancient city of Hierapolis there because the region's curative properties attracted people from all over. Hotels and access roads were removed, man-made pools were built, and other measures were taken to preserve the area's natural beauty in Pamukkale. Number 9. Nine Hells of Beppu, Japan. Kyushu's Beppu has over 2,800 hot springs. Beppu has some unusual springs, including the Nine Hells. Hell 1 is Yumi Jigoku, Sea Hell. Blue turquoise pool can boil eggs. Hell 2, Oni Ishibu, means shaven head hell due to its boiling gray mud. Mud rises like Buddhist monks' shaved heads. Hell 3 Shirei Jigoku, white pond hell is filled with boiling calcium-rich water. Hell 4 is Yamajigoku mountain hell. A mud volcano spewed enough to form Yamajigoku, a small mountain with pools. Hell 5 is Kamada Jigoku cooking pot hell. Red devil statues surveys cooks at these boiling hot springs. Hell 6 is Devil's Mountain hell Aniyama Jigoku. Around 100 hellish crocodiles live in Aniyama, a powerful stream capable of pulling 1.5 train cars. Hell 7 is Kinryu Jigoku Golden Dragon Hell. Spring has a steaming dragon. Dragons expel spring steam through their nostrils. The dragon appears to fly when water spouts at sunrise. Chinoik Jigoku means blood pond hell 8. Ferrous minerals in the pond turn the water red, giving Chinoik its name. Tatsumaki Jigoku spout hell is hell 9. Tatsumaki, a 105 degrees Celsius geyser, erupts every 30 minutes. Number 8. Sanxingshan, China. Sanxingshan has always been seen as a holy place. It's easy to see why. Taoists used it to help them meditate, and they thought it would lead to eternal life. Mist covers Sanxingshan for 200 days of the year. The mist and the thousands of streams that flow into pools, the granite formations that look like silhouettes of people and animals, and the strangely shaped pine trees all make the mountain seem like it is from another world. The pools and plants make the area unique, which is why many rare and exotic birds and animals choose to live there. About 2,500 plant species live on Sanxingshan. This is one of the only places you can find the plants that are used to make traditional Chinese medicines. Number 7. The Plain of Jars, Laos. The Plain of Jars is one of Southeast Asia's oldest archaeological puzzles. There are about 90 different jar sites on the plateau of Zhenkuang in the mountains of Indochina. Each site has between 1 and 400 jars. They are made of sandstone, limestone, granite, breccias, and conglomerate, but most of them are made of sandstone. They were built about 3,000 years ago. The tallest jar is about 9 feet high, and they are all made from a single piece of stone. At first glance, they look like they are placed in a random way, with some standing straight up and others lying on their sides and pointing in different directions. More research has shown that the jars are set up in patterns that look like the patterns of the stars. People have thought that the jars were used as drinking glasses for a big race, to collect rainwater, or even as urns for the dead. Most of the jars are empty, but a few of them have been found with bodies, tools, or small Buddha statues inside. Exploring is hard because the area is full of bombs from the secret war that hadn't gone off yet. Number 6. Spotted Lake of Osuyus, British Columbia, Canada. The First Nations of Okanagan Valley Indians thought that the Spotted Lake of Osuyus was a holy place. In the Okanagan language, Osuyus means narrowing waters, which is what happens to the lake. The lake is a saline endorheic lake, which means that it is a closed body of water that doesn't let water in or out. The lake has a lot of different minerals in it, and some of the most magnesium sulfate, calcium, and sodium sulfates in the world can be found there. There are also small amounts of silver and titanium and 8 other minerals in the water. The minerals in the lake are very useful, and during World War I, they were taken out to make weapons. Minerals are what make the lake different from other lakes. As the water evaporates in the summer, spots are left behind that are different colors depending on which mineral is most present. The spots crystallize into different colored paths. White, yellow, blue, or green can be used. The lake is on private land, and there aren't many ways for people to get to it. Number 5. Camaral Falls and the Colored Earth, Mauritius. The island nation of Mauritius is called the Republic of Mauritius. It is located off the southeast coast of Africa. It is one of a group of islands made by a volcano under the sea that is now dormant. There are 2 natural wonders on Mauritius. The first is Camaral Falls, which is made up of 3 thin waterfalls that drop about 300 feet down a plateau. They are Mauritius's tallest waterfalls. Before the 1960s, Mauritius was only known for its waterfalls. Then, the colored dunes were found. Clay made from lava that cooled at different times was used to make the colored sand. 7 different colors of sand formed because of the effect. They are red, brown, violet, green, blue, purple, and yellow. The most interesting thing about the sands is that if you mix all the different colors together, they will naturally separate and go back to the right color group. Scientists have tried to figure out why the sand acts this way, but they don't know how. Another strange thing about the sand is that you can't see any erosion. Since the area gets a lot of rain, erosion should be a natural process. Number 4. Rio Tinto, Spain. From the Sierra Moreno Mountains in Huelva, Spain, the Rio Tinto flows down to the Gulf of Cadiz. Rio Tinto means red river, which is exactly what the river looks like. The river is red because there is a lot of iron in the water. Copper, gold, and silver have been taken from the river since ancient times, and this is still going on today. People think that the mines at Rio Tinto, which are the oldest in the world, are the legendary King Solomon's mines. Because of all the mining, the river is very acidic and is home to creatures that can live in harsh environments. Because of this, scientists have been able to study the river, which has helped them learn about the underground lakes on Mars and Jupiter. The link to space makes sense because the Rio Tinto area looks like the moon from another planet. Because of mining, walls of step rock have grown up, making a natural amphitheater. Number 3. Fly Geyser, Reno, Nevada. Fly Geyser was made by accident in 1916 when a well was dug to get water, but it didn't start to erupt until 1960. Geothermal activity was not known in the area chosen. The hot water eventually found a weak spot in the well and pushed its way to the surface. Minerals began to pile up, making a small volcano about 5 feet tall with terraced layers. The minerals in the water give the terraces different colors, and geothermal water has found more weak spots nearby to make 2 more geysers. The water comes out of the terraces all the time and fills the holes and hollows, making the area look strange. Swans, ducks, and other animals have moved to an area where there wasn't much water to start with. Fish swim through the ponds, which got them when someone dropped fish eggs into the water. Number 2. Vale d'Alua, Brazil. The San Miguel River has carved a stone basin called Vale d'Alua. The name means Valley of the Moon, and it was given that name because the river has worn down the rocks so that they are smooth and gray, like the moon. Some of the rocks in the valley are about 1.8 billion years old, making them some of the oldest in the world. The river has carved out caves, grottos, waterfalls, and strange rock formations into the narrow canyon walls, making them look like a maze. From space, it is the brightest place on Earth. The glow comes from quartz and how smooth the rocks are. The forest around us is full of animals and has many different kinds of orchids. As the river continues to erode and change the landscape, it has made the area a work in progress. Number 1. Cano Cristales, Colombia. In the Serranía de la Macarena Mountains, there is a river called the Caucristales. The river is in a remote area that can only be reached by horse, donkey, or on foot. There are waterfalls, rapids, wells, and hollows in Caucristales. and the water is so clear that you can see all the way to the bottom. Most of the year, the river looks like any other because the water flows over rocks covered in green algae. Then, between September and November, when the rainy season ends and the dry season starts, the river changes. It turns into a colorful river. The red, blue, green, black, and yellow algae in the water make the river look like a rainbow. Because the river has so many channels, there are no fish in it. It's easy to see why Calcrustales is called the river of five colors, the liquid rainbow, and the river that ran away from paradise. In conclusion, the world is a vast and diverse place, and there are countless unique and awe-inspiring destinations waiting to be explored. Whether you're an adventurer seeking thrilling experiences or a traveler in search of cultural richness, there's a unique place for everyone. So, pack your bags, embark on a journey, and discover the extraordinary beauty that exists beyond the familiar. These unique places remind us that our world is a treasure trove of breathtaking landscapes, fascinating history, and incredible biodiversity. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of 10 unique places around the world. If you enjoyed this journey, be sure to subscribe for more travel inspiration and fascinating insights into the wonders of our world. Safe travels, and may your adventures be filled with unforgettable moments and cherished memories.